Thor News presents Comet C2012 S1 Ison and WTF NASA. Seriously, bro. Part 7, Doom On-Off Switch. Just as the classic McDonald's McDLT of old school fame kept the cool side cool and the hot side hot until you were ready to chew it, eat it, swallow it, digest it, and poop it all out, this Thor News Special 7 video will use a magical Doom On-Off switch thanks to the magic of technology. First part of this video will be Doom Off, and the second part will be Doom On. Got that? So if your heart, brain, soul, and mind or body cannot take the extremities of the very worst possibilities, please, please, please tap out when you see Doom On switched on. If you can't take scary unanswered questions, then by all means bow out of this Thor school session. Alright, with that out of the way, oh boy, do I have great news for you. Comet Ison is absolutely, positively, 100% not Nibiru. So let's all dance and celebrate that fact. Comet Ison is all puppy dogs, unicorns, snow cones, cake and angels, baby, agrees NASA and David Dickinson of the Universe Today. Yeah, that's me paraphrasing. Hopefully she will be beautiful to behold. Alright, known facts. Comet Ison's nucleus is approximately 3.1 miles. Its coma is 3,100 miles across, or 1.2 times the width of Australia. Its dust tail is 57,000 miles across. It has passed Jupiter, it will pass Mars, and then will safely pass Earth as it heads to the Sun. NASA doesn't have to show us Hubble footage, and this is okay. I've made my peace with it now. Government is here to help, and government knows best. So if the government doesn't want to show us Ison, hey, that's cool, man. That just puts more of the pressure on amateur and pseudo-astronomers like me and you. This is our time to shine, baby, so let's shine bright. Ison will cause cool meteor showers and possibly noctilucent clouds. Hey, that sounds awesome. That sounds fun. Right? Awesome. On December 26th, Ison will be roughly 36 million miles from Earth, a little less than half the distance between the Sun and the Earth. It's kind of a Christmas comet. On November 28th, Ison will reach perihelion, which is the closest distance to the Sun, 1,100,000 miles from the Sun's surface. We are hoping that she makes it and then puts on a brilliant display after she grazes the Sun. Already, Ison is shedding around 120,000 pounds of dust per minute. As it gets closer to the Sun, it will shed even more dust. There are worries at this point, since its nucleus is rather small, or average size, that it will break apart before it even makes it to the Sun. This concludes the Doom Off portion of the show. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. Like you, I'm very excited about the prospect of Ison being the greatest comet of all time and the comet of the century. Be sure and tip your milk vendors. Thanks for coming out. And now, Doom on, bitches! Let's go! Well, guess what? I want to remind you, when I started out this video series, I didn't have any conspiracy theories at all. But now, you can't cross Wormwood off your list. I mean, it sounds like Wormwood. What is Wormwood, you might ask? Well, it is the star that falls from heaven. You want the doom? You got it. Revelation 8:10. Then a third angel sounded, and a great star fell from heaven, burning like a torch. And it fell on a third of the rivers and on the springs of water. The name of the star is Wormwood. A third of the waters became wormwood, and many men died from the water because it was made bitter. Yeah, that is some effed up S, G. Comet Ison sure sounds like the best candidate I've ever heard of to fit the Wormwood bill. Alright, now before we get into it, let's recap the data that they've given us.
Comet Ison meteor shower, presented by Science at NASA.
Already, Ison is shedding around 120,000 pounds of dust per minute.
It turns out some of that dust might end up on Earth. Veteran meteor researcher Paul Weigert has been using a computer to model the trajectory of dust ejected by Comet Ison, and his findings suggest that an unusual meteor shower could be in the offing. For several days around January 12, 2014, Earth will pass through a stream of fine-grained debris from Comet Ison. The resulting shower could have some interesting properties. For one thing, it could dust the surface of the Earth. The debris stream is populated with extremely tiny grains of dust, no more than a few microns wide. They will be hitting at a speed of 56 kilometers a second. Because the particles are so small, they will be rapidly slowed to a stop in Earth's upper atmosphere. Instead of burning up in a flash of light, they will drift gently down to the Earth below. It can take months or even years for fine dust to settle out of the high atmosphere. The shower is going to hit our planet from two directions at once. When Earth passes through the debris stream, we will encounter two populations of comet dust. One swarm of dust will be following Comet Ison into the Sun. Another swarm will be moving in the opposite direction, pushed away from the Sun by solar radiation pressure. The streams will pepper opposite sides of Earth simultaneously.
So you guys have told us that it's going to double dust us 6 ways to Sunday. It's going to seed our atmosphere. With what? Magic placebo space dust? Oh, really? NASA basically proclaims that it's 100% totally harmless. But the simple fact is this: no one has any clue where it came from. So other than colors on their cameras and connecting that to past data, they cannot tell us what this comet is made of. And this, with the fact that this unknown glowing celestial body of the century is going to double dust us twice with submicron CD material, I can understand where science does not see the correlation between it and wormwood. But if there was one star that sounded like it was going to dust Earth and turn the waters bitter, well, Ison sure sounds like it. I mean, how can you disprove that? It doesn't have cygens and cyanide and that it's not going to do negative things. Like you can't disprove it. And it sounds like this thing is going to be spraying Earth front side, back side, left side, top side, down side, up side, right side. So I don't know how you could rule this out that this isn't going to be wormwood. I'm not saying it is, but I think a lot of people in the world are almost looking for signs of the second coming of Christ. I don't know if you scientist guys know this, but America's a Christian nation. And so there are things that are supposed to pass before Christ returns. Now, it's all metaphor. So it's hard to specifically say. And many theologians have said that times can change with the prophecy. So, nothing's written in stone. But for us Bible watchers, God believers, we keep an eye on wormwoody things. We keep an eye on the giant mountain that's thrown into the ocean. Of course, massive earthquakes. So, this star comes, poisons the water, makes a lot of people sick. So, that would be a lot more logical reason for a bunch of these super rich people or governments to be building all these underground bunkers. Because if there was a planet 7 times the size of Jupiter coming through, I don't think going into the ground of Earth is really going to make you any safer. Core is magma and the tectonic plates are going to be shifting. So, I don't care how steely iron it is, you're still going to be in a shoebox while the Earth is throwing up crap. So in a Nibiru type scenario, being underground has always seemed pretty dumb to me. But if you did have a comet like this where it was going to poison the atmosphere, and I'm not saying it will, I'm just saying, hey, this is the best candidate we've ever had, I think. And so if all these people went underground with their ventilation systems, it would, that would make more sense than the Nibiru type crap. Though I still think, you take a 1,000 Goldman Sachs guy underground, what type of society is that going to be, Who wants to be part of that? They'll start eating each other before. Anyway, so I'm just saying, if you want your doom, there it is. There you go. There you got it. Either way, I think everybody should stay strong, stay awesome. I think Ison is going to be a good thing. Maybe this prophecy has already been filled in 1965 when the comet passed, and then in 1666 the Black Plague came about and it was horrific and had them bringing out the dead. So maybe that crap's already passed, man. And this is the sign of a great thing. Here it is. We got Christmas comet as a sign that the King has returned. That's what I'm hoping and praying for. But I'm just saying that as many people look to the heavens for signs of Christ's return, science, you're fighting an uphill battle, man. The Bible's telling people here that a mountain's going to be thrown into the ocean. Wormwood's going to come poison the waters. Fire's going to rain down from the sky. Science, it's hard for you guys to fight that. Or you're going to tell them the Holy Bible ain't right? Okay. Yeah, good luck with that, buddies. Anywho. Like I said, this ain't too doomy. I mean, I guess it is, but, the real doom's in economics, baby. Or check out war. War's heating up. Anywho, later. I love you people. I don't know. Okay, cool. Seriously though, can you guys put a camera on it? One photograph in 7 months? Pretty crappy. I'll write a letter to Obama or somebody. Or tell me who the head of the Capstone is, and I'll write that guy a nice, funny letter and see what we can do. Okay? Cool. Anyway, you wanted the doom. I gave it to you. I'm not a doom salesman. I'm a positive outlooking guy. Anyway, I hope you're okay. Is that cool, dude? Okay, cool. I ain't no goose stepping spring chicken to the modern sways of the digital cultured popular conformist mind.